Hi everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Magic Duels. So for today's episode we're back with the Azban Liefegain deck. I decided to keep this opening hand mostly because we've got the Drana's Emissary and the 2 Read the Bones to start off with, so I'm probably going to drop a turn 2 Evolving Wilds to find myself a green source, and then it'll be turn 3 Drana's Emissary. Okay, so my opponent's not done too much to start off with, just a Blister Pod, so I doubt we'll be playing anything this turn. Okay, we found another Revolving Wilds, which will be useful later on. So like I said, we're going to get the green source, and then it'll be turn 3 Drana's Emissary, and then we've got 2 Read the Bones to actually kind of dig for something else useful, so don't really mind too much with this opening hand. So we've got the ability to get all 3 of our colours out, and we've also got one of our best creatures in play potentially next turn, so just waiting for oh yeah, so our opponent to start off with is Gustavo DP. So he's a rank 32, so we're up to rank 25, doing pretty well at the moment. So we're going to pop our Evolving Wilds now. Grab our green source. Okay, so he knows all the colours we've got, so we're going to go down by 1 health here. It's only a Blister Pod though, so I'm not too fussed by that. So we could take 1 damage. Don't know what kind of deck he's running yet. We've got green and black, so maybe a green-black Eldrazi deck of some description. Okay, we found Jaddy Offshoot here, so I'm almost tempted to play this one this turn. Do I do that? I'm going to do it, just because, you know, I can trigger it twice with the Evolving Wilds, so I'm going to do that. We'll get Drana's Emissary down next turn, but this is probably the more important of the two. I mean, we want to get the most out of our lands as possible, so we may as well, you know, trigger it twice with the Evolving Wilds and then play a Drana's Emissary next turn. Don't think we're in a hurry. Okay, so we've got some red splashed in here as well. So we've got 3 colour, red, green, black. Maybe red, green, black Eldrazi of some description. Okay, we've got Bone Splinters. That's okay with me. I'd rather he Bone Splinters a Jaddy Offshoot, oops, a daisy, than a Drana's Emissary. So that actually worked out quite well. We are, however, going to trigger Drana's Emissary, Jaddy Offshoot again now for the extra life with the Evolving Wilds. That's what I'm looking for. So yeah, that was definitely a good play there to play the Jaddy Offshoot out last turn. Like I said, we drew out a Bone Splinters, which works well for me, as it hopefully will then mean that our Drana's Emissary survives. And he was willing to obviously sacrifice the Blister Pod to just give himself an Eldrazi Scion. Okay, we found an Angel of Renewal, but we're just going to play out Drana's Emissary this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are 1 mana away from being able to play Angel of Renewal out. This is where he's got like another Bone Splinters and doesn't mind sacrificing the Gate Creeper Vine, for example. But I'm hoping that's not the case. No, we just got a Perilous Mere. And got another Blister Pod. Okay, so he's got lots of small creatures out right now. Nothing particularly frightening. I'm guessing, yeah, he's not swinging with the Eldrazi Scion. So we're going to gain a life and he's going to lose a life. There we go. We found Serene Steward, which is quite nice. So do we play out Read the Bones this turn or just play Serene Steward? I mean, if we play Serene Steward, it basically then means that we can then keep pumping up our creatures next turn. So I think that's probably the better of the 2 plays here. We'll swing with the Drana's Emissary first. I don't think he's got any way of killing it, unless he's got like a 2 mana, but one of the small burn spells. So we're taking down a 17. Play Serene Steward. So we only want to play out 1 white source here, which is fine. So that way we can then pump up the Drana's Emissary with the Serene Steward next turn. I mean, we could Read the Bones, but do we Read the Bones? I think we do, because I can't really do anything else this turn. Yeah, we're going to Read the Bones here, because we're going to be able to trigger the... Okay, excellent. I want both of these? Oh no, maybe not the Jaddy Offshoot. I definitely want the Drana's Emissary. We got a Jaddy Offshoot anyway, apparently, so you know, it was no good chucking that away, but at least we've got a second Drana's Emissary to come. So even if this one were to be eaten in some fashion, so say for example he had a Languish, we still got to have a backup one with a Jaddy Offshoot to come down with it. So we're swinging with the 1/1 Perilous Mere, so we're just going to skip blocking. Don't really care too much for 1 damage going through. We've got ways of, you know, making that up pretty easily with 2 Drana's Emissaries and a Jaddy Offshoot. Okay, so he's got nothing to do with that. Unless he destroys my... he's going to destroy my Drana's Emissary, I think. So he's going to blow up his Perilous Mere. And then, yeah, and then going to kill Drana's Emissary. I'd assume he was destroying Drowner's Emissary, which is fine, as we've got a second one to come into play anyway, so... Just going to slow us down, mate, just going to slow us down. Okay, we found the 6th mana, which is good, so we can put Angel of Renewal down. I've just realised I put a land down and I had a Jaddy Offshoot in hand. Well, that was me being silly. I'll probably just play Read the Bones instead. It's fine. So we won't be swinging with the Serene Steward. Skip attack. Just going to Read the Bones again. Find ourselves 2 more cards. We'll take the Blood Bomb Vampire. And we've also got Gideon, which is pretty sweet. So we're looking pretty good here. I'll be wanting to play out Blood Bomb Vampire before Angel of Renewal. So it'd be nice if we draw a mana next turn. It would work out quite well as we have the Jaddy Offshoot into the Blood Bomb Vampire potentially. And then Angel of Renewal to come down and Gideon to kind of boost us up eventually. So we're in a very good situation here. We've got a nice hand. We're not really facing too much across the board. We'll let that go through as we've got, like I said, we've got ways of making it up, so I don't really mind taking 2 damage. So can we play, how much mana have we got? 1, 2, yeah, I think we should be able to pump up the Drowner's Emissary this turn and still play out all the cards we want to. So we'll pay the 1 white mana there. There we go. We found 2 we found a Retreat to Kazandu. Not really much point playing that out yet, mostly because we don't have a mana to trigger it. So we're just going to swing with the Drowner's Emissary. Take him down to 13. And then we're just going to simply play out Blood Bomb Vampire this turn. There we go. I mean, we could play out a Jaddy Offshoot, but I don't really see... It's not really worth it. If he languishes, for example, it would just be a waste of it, so I don't really see the point in playing it out if we don't have the mana to trigger it. So we're in a good situation here. I mean, we've got... this is just going to get pumped up every turn thanks to the Drowner's Emissary. We've got Gideon to come down, which is going to allow us to just keep generating tokens. We've got more life gain in the Retreat to Kazandu and the Jaddy Offshoot. So nothing there. So this is going to... So we're going to pump you up again, I think. Pay the 1 white mana. There we go. You're going to go up and damage as well. We've got another Read the Bones. Could be useful. Can't play Angel of Renewal this turn for obvious reasons, so I'm really tempted to Read the Bones at my end step. So we're going to swing with the Drowner's Emissary. Take him down to 8. So I don't want to play the green mana out here in case we find a mana to trigger the Jaddy Offshoot. So I'm going to Read the Bones like so. Leave the green mana open. We shall take the Classra Healer, and I think we'll take the Shambling Vent. So we're going to play out Jaddy Offshoot. Then we'll play out Shambling Vent as well. There we go. So yeah, I think we'll pump up the Drowner's Emissary again. Pay the 1 white mana. We've got nothing else to play with it this turn, so we'll then pump up our Blood Bomb Vampire as well. So yeah, Classra Healer is going to synergize up nicely with Gideon. So yeah, next turn we could drop this and then maybe even drop Gideon as well. Trigger this twice, and he's been replaced for the AI as he knows that he's probably lost at this point. Which is kind of nice. Okay, so you're going to drop him down to... Oh yeah, so we can pump you up. He's basically dead at this point because we've got the Classra Healer, which is going to take another life away from him. We'll drop you now. Takes him down to 6, and then we've got 6 in the air, which he can't block. It's pretty awesome, so that was a very good match to start off with. So we're going to go up to rank 26. So I'm on a nice roll at the moment, enjoying this deck. Shame this is the last episode with it, but become one of my favourites very, very quickly. Now I've got it kind of nicely tweaked. Okay guys, I'm back for game number 2. So this is not looking like a bad hand to keep actually. We've got the Classra Healer to start off with into the Serene Steward. So probably going to play Canopy Fister first just so we got the white mana already out. So we'll start off with you. Cool, we've got Blood Bomb Vampire as well, so we just need one more black source and we're pretty much set here. So 1 mana with a black source in it would be pretty awesome. So we'll drop the black source this turn and drop the Calastria Healer. Okay, not too bad an opening hand, but we've got a Read the Bones as well in case we need to, and he's been replaced with the AI. Okay, interesting. Don't know why he would do that, but we'll go with it. So we've got red and blue, so I'm assuming Thopters maybe? Yeah, we got Thopters. So it'd be nice if we had like a Languish in hand, would be kind of awesome, but I'm easy. Okay, so we've got a Retreat to Hagra, although we've got no land to trigger it yet. So do I go for the Read the Bones or the Serene Steward? I'm going to go for the Serene Steward. I mean, we won't get the pump up trigger this turn, but that's fine. We will, however, get the +1, -1 either way, so we're just going to skip attack here. So yeah. What's he going to do? So he's gone for a Chief of the Foundry. Okay. I guess he's going to swing with both of these. Interesting. So we'll skip blocking. We'll let the 4 damage go through for now. Wonder why I decided to quit. Interesting. Okay, we've got a Shambling Event, which is good. I should have played out the Retreat to Hagra there, so that was my own fault. So I think we're just going to Read the Bones this turn. We'll grab an Evolving Wilds. Yeah, we'll take both of these, so I can at least trigger Retreat to Hagra twice next turn, potentially. So we're just going to skip attack. So that'll be pretty good. So Retreat to Hagra is going to allow us to proc it twice with the Evolving Wilds. Okay, he's found Espezoa, so we kind of need to find Languish, like ASAP. And the AI decided to go for my Serene Steward. Interesting. So we're almost dead at this point. Like, that's crazy. Like, the AI has gone kind of like full crazy at me. And we're dead almost, I think, at this point. I don't think there's much we can do. I mean, like I said, if we had a Languish, it'd be fine. But I don't think we do. So, are we actually dead next turn? 5, 7, 9, 11. So, just trying to think. So we're up to 12, and he's got 4, 6, 11 on the board. So we're basically dead, I think. Unless we find Languish like this turn, we're dead. So he got rid of his Thopter. Okay, so that's at least 2 damage mitigated. So he's played out a Rune Servitor. So I just wonder why that guy decided to quit, and then he's going to kill my Calastria Healer. Okay, I think this is probably a loss here. 2, 7. So unless we somehow top deck one of our Languishes, we're dead. That was crazy how fast like the AI came out there. Yeah, this deck is definitely vulnerable to aggro. Languish? No Languish. Okay, so that's GG already, and we'll move on to game number 3. Okay everybody, here for game number 3. So hopefully we won't come up against a crazy aggressive deck like those Thopters, would be quite nice. I'm going to keep this hand. I mean, we've got 3 mana that we need for everything. So we're going to go turn 2 Serene Steward into turn 3 Drana's Emissary, I think. Got Defiant Bloodlord for later on if we can actually get that out. But we've also got a Languish in case we need to kind of just nuke the board, wipe it away. So I think we'll start off with a Sun Petal Grove. Oh awesome, we've got double Drana's Emissary. That is pretty much ideal. Rather not Languish both of them if we don't have to, but you never know when things might go horribly wrong. So I assume he's going to swing with his Salvage Drone here. It's fine by me. Did he not play a land yet, or is he just completely mana screwed? So we just had a Jaddy Offshoot milled. That's alright. No, he's not mana screwed. He just decided to play it on his second end step. So we'll go into turn 2 Serene Steward here, into turn 3 Drana's Emissary. We do now have all the mana we need to play a Languish, so if we do need to kind of nuke the world, we do have that option. We do have our finger on the proverbial trigger in 2 turns time. So do I block this? I mean, I'm going to get ingested, but not the end of the world. I don't know if he had some kind of burn spell to take advantage of that or not, but... Okay, we've managed to find Liliana as well, so... Do I play her out now? No, I'm going to go for the Drana's Emissary first, I think. Just because we need to get this online. We'll attack with the Serene Steward as well. Come on. There we go. We'll save Liliana. She might be useful later on. Taking down to 18 himself. Just wonder if he's going to... what's what I'm looking for? So I'm just having to text my wife. She's not had a good day at work, so I apologise for that. Is it my go? It is my go. So do I want to give a counter to the Drana's Emissary maybe? What we got here? Vile Aggregate is equal to... Its power is equal to the number of colours creatures you control, and it's got Trample, and it has Ingest. So... we're going to pay the 1 white mana there. Oh, we found Clastria Healer, which is good. So I'm going to play you out now. It does have Ingest, but so I'm going to play you now so I can play Drana's Emissary out next turn. Yeah, we'll pump up the Drana's Emissary again. Might try and put this out of range of Languish. So in 2 turns' time, we could actually like nuke the world and then hopefully have our Drana's Emissary survive. Would be quite nice. So we've taken him down to 12 already. Okay, so we've got another Vile Aggregate. Interesting. So we've got 2 3/5s on the board. Which we can't actually kill with Languish, so I'm just going to skip blocking. We'll let the 3 damage go through. I mean, we're going to get ingested, but it's not really the end of the world. We've got plenty of ways of taking his health down a lot faster than he's got ways of taking ours down. So, yeah, we'll just pump you up again. Pay 1 white mana for the privilege. Cool, we're getting more mana here, so it's going to drop another Drana's Emissary, which will trigger the Clastria Healer. And also another one of the Serene Stewards, so pump up my second Drana's Emissary here, I think, for next turn. There we go, swing for 5, so he's almost dead at this point. And he's been replaced by the AI, so that's probably going to be a victory to start off with. So he's down at 5 health. Doesn't look like he has any way of stopping my Drana's Emissary pushing through here. So he's going to swing with everything, which we are just going to ignore, as we don't need to bother. I mean, we lose 9 health and we get ingested 3 times, but we've got all the tools we need to kind of finish this off regardless. I mean, we've got 1 Drana's Emissary, which is just going to do it for us anyway, so... And he's been replaced by the AI anyway, so it doesn't really matter at this point. We just pump up whatever we want. And then we just swing for the victory. So he was playing like a red-blue Eldrazi deck, red-blue-green Eldrazi deck by the looks of things. And yeah, it looks fairly aggressive. I mean, Vile Aggregate is pretty aggressive creature. I'm tempted to try this actually. Make some kind of aggressive Eldrazi deck based around Vile Aggregate, so getting as many kind of aggressive Eldrazi creatures down as possible, and then swinging for my opponent's face. But we were fairly successful there, so just won that. So I'm probably going to leave it here for now, as I've actually run out of time to record. So we won 2 games in which we cast a green or a white spell, I think that was. But yeah, I think this is probably going to be the end of the episode. 3 matches in, and I'm kind of out of time as the wife is due home soon from work and she's not had a good day, so I'd rather be around to give her a hug when she gets in. So as always guys, don't forget to comment and like if you enjoyed the episode. If you're new to the channel, it's always nice to see you hit subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.